So you've been playing for a while and you rely a lot on the pentatonic scale, which is great. It's a cool scale to have. And whenever someone mentions modes, you get kind of scared and you avoid the topic at all costs. I think one of the main reasons modes are misunderstood is because of the vocabulary that is used. A lot of Greek words, Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, and so forth. A lot of mathematical formulas get into the conversation when we talk about modes, and the vocabulary by itself seems a little complex sometimes. So let's scratch anything you might know about modes. Keep an open mind. I think this is going to help you approach modes and understand them and develop your modal playing in a more healthy way. Let's consider that music is a language, and music is a conversation that you're having with other players or with a backing track or even with yourself. But it has to do with speech, language, communication. Just like in the real world, there are a lot of different dialects. If I'm visiting China, I'm going to speak Chinese. If I visit Germany, I will speak German. Same with music. Depending on the context that you're playing in, depending on the quote-unquote musical country that you're visiting, you're going to use the corresponding language. Now imagine 7 different countries. As a musical traveler, you're going to visit these different countries, communicate with the locals, have conversations, blend in, and just enjoy what those countries have to offer. The cool thing with music is that you don't have to learn all the vocabulary, all the grammar rules, all the different things that we would use if we were to learn a new language in the real world. You don't have to do that. All you need to do is to learn the alphabet of that country. So for example, if you want to learn how to speak the Dorian language, all you need to know is the Dorian alphabet. The words you use don't really matter. You can even make up new words. That happens every day. As long as you're using those Dorian letters, you're good to go. So you probably guessed it. A word in music is a lick. A series of words put one after the other create a sentence. That's a musical phrase. And that's where development and phrasing happens. But in order to be understood, you only need to use the alphabet. Now that we clarified that, it's only a matter of learning new alphabets. Most musical alphabets have 7 letters, 7-letter alphabets. If you're a pentatonic player, you're using 5-letter alphabets. And the reason why your pentatonic scales work so well is that these 5 notes of the pentatonic scale, whether you're in a minor pentatonic scale context or a major pentatonic scale context, these 5 letters are letters that are found in a lot of different countries. For example, the Dorian country, Phrygian country, Aeolian country, all have in common 5 letters, the 5 notes of a minor pentatonic scale. In the same way, the alphabet used in the Ionian country, Lydian country, Mixolydian country have in common 5 letters, the 5 notes of a major pentatonic scale. So if you're the kind of player who thinks that you're only a pentatonic type of guy and you think that playing modal is just not for you, that's not true. You're actually playing modal in a certain way, because what determines the mode you're playing in is not the notes that you're playing, but rather the country you're visiting. That's what establishes the mood and the key and the color of what you're playing. It's not you. No matter how hard you try to play a certain note, if the backing track you're playing over is not in that particular key, it's not going to work. With that mindset, everything becomes a lot easier. Now it's not a matter of learning all these formulas and learning all these different rules and mathematical equations. It's not that. It's just a matter of picking an alphabet. That alphabet is going to correspond to the musical country you're visiting, and then make your own words, your own sentences, and your own story. And that story is completely up to you as long as you're using the right alphabet. I've seen a lot of teachers approach the modal subject in a way that is a little confusing. Instead of exposing modes as unique in individual scales, unique in individual musical alphabets that you need to learn to explore these countries, they give students one alphabet. Usually it's the Ionian alphabet, the major scale alphabet, and from that alphabet, they explain all the other modes, saying that you only need to know one position, the major scale, and then start that major scale from a different note, a different letter, and you'll be able to speak musically in different modes. It sounds like a shortcut, but it's not a shortcut, because if you do it that way, you're always going to go back to that parent scale, never really embracing the uniqueness and beauty of each of these different modes in each of these different countries. We'll talk more about phrasing and how to speak musically in following videos. In the meantime, you should check out Modal Injection. It's a new pack from guitarplayback.com with 21 different backing tracks in all these modes. It comes with all the charts. We're going to use these backing tracks in future videos, so if you want a heads up, check out the pack, get it now. And it comes with 7 tabbed solos that are simple solos to really give you an idea of how to speak modally over these 7 different countries. Thanks for watching this. Like it, comment below, let me know what you think, and share it around. Someone might find this useful. I'll see you very soon on this channel. Until next time, salut.